Lucky Strike presents the Hit Parade. For the next hour, the manufacturers of Lucky Strike cigarettes will bring you the 15 most popular songs of this week, played by Lenny Hayton and his Lucky Strike Orchestra, and sung by Lucky's own group of soloists. Once again, the voice of the people has spoken in selecting the tunes for the Hit Parade. New Yorkers and Californians, Northerners and Southerners, Republicans, Democrats, men, women, and children, 120 million of you have told us what songs you want to hear this Saturday night. You've told us by your purchases of sheet music and records, by your requests to orchestra leaders at places you dance, by the tunes you listen to on favorite radio programs. That's why the Hit Parade is your own program. Lenny Hayton and the Lucky Strike Orchestra step out with a melody that ranks 13th in your preference this week. Lulu's Back in Town. The third-ranking song in countrywide popularity this week is And Then Some. In just a moment, the Melody Girls will bring you the words.
you are trying to know. You got me right under your thumb. Cozy, cozy, you got me in your hands on your birthday
Every Little Moment is the song that holds 10th place in national popularity, but our Lucky Strike surveys show that they like this song quite a bit better than elsewhere in San Francisco. It's in 4th place in the city by the Golden Gate. Lenny Hayton conducts from the piano.
Going to any well-frequented place, notice a typical group of smokers. For instance, a nice family of 4 seen at a leading hotel last night. They had just finished dinner, a father, mother, son, and daughter. All were smoking Luckies. The father said,
I like the taste of Luckies. They are rich, yet smooth and mellow.
The mother prefers Luckies, too.
Because they're milder, and I like their fragrant aroma.
The son.
Even though I smoke a lot, Luckies are easy on my throat.
The daughter is a Lucky Strike fan.
They're so round, so firm, so fully packed, that they never leave loose ends on my lips.
Thus, smokers like Luckies for many reasons, but millions agree that Luckies please. Remember, it's the tobacco that counts, and there are no finer tobaccos than those used in Luckies.
This is the tune that ranks 15th in your favor throughout the country. Every single little tingle of my heart. Listen for the Rhythm King.
heart. She dreams triple time, so glad you know that I'm happy in love. With all your heart. Every single little single had a start. Quite unexpectedly, then as she said to me, I feel at home. Here in your arms. Let's parade over time, singing the song, let's tell all the folks around. It won't be long, incident to City Hall. Four friends at nine, let's make a date parade and be the first in line. When the clerks and preachers work and we depart. We linger in the hall, and just before them all, I want the crowd to hear. Every single little single of my heart.
Paris in the Spring, song number 8 in Lucky's nationwide list of hits. Our versatile Lucky Strike star Go-Go Delise singing in English and in French.
Paris in the spring, love is in the air, like the dove of fair, and there are ones around, for two, Paris in the spring, hearts begin to dance, and in every glance you'll find an invitation to romance. You must fall, you simply can't wait long. The moon is there to wait long. Find someone you can call your own. You're to blame if you're alone. It's you. Every beating heart becomes a part of Paris in the de savoir que tu m'aimes, la lune blanche même me dit que tu es tout à moi. C'est un réciproque, c'est doux, c'est beau, c'est doux, c'est toi, c'est moi. Chaque cœur qui bat devient une part de Paris.
Lucky's musical preview is proving a popular feature of the hit parade. Each week, for your pleasure, we bring you an advanced audition of a brand new song. Many of these compositions are so fresh from the printers that the ink is scarcely dry when we play them for you, and every one of them is on the air for the first time. Tonight we present our Lucky Strike star, Charles Carlyle, assisted by the Rhythm Kings and the Melody Girls, in a new song by the composer of Chasing Shadows. Lucky's musical preview of Down by the River Thames.
In reverie I seem to wander beside the river Seine, where my beloved used to whisper, Chérie, Chérie, je t'aime. She was like a beautiful Madonna. Her loveliness I can't explain. My heart stumbled when I gazed upon her by the river Seine. In her eyes I saw the love light beaming. Her voice was like a sweet refrain. Into happy hearts were busy dreaming by the river Seine. The precious hours we were spending, too soon they seemed to hurry by. The sweetest things must have an ending. We said adieu, and here am I. Sitting at the best of love beside her, only memories remain. Every night in dreams I walk beside her by the river Thank you.
Lucky Strike tobaccos are the cream of the crop of many lands. From far across the seas, from places whose names, Samsun, Kavala, Mytilene, conjure up pictures of green hillsides and white-walled towns, come delicate aromatic leaves of Turkey to add fragrance and flavor to your Lucky Strike. Our own South, Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, Maryland, gives us our bright and Maryland tobaccos. And from Kentucky, where choice tobacco has been grown for generations, the finest center-leaf burley is picked for Lucky Strike. Mixed in just the right proportions, blended literally hundreds of times, these tobaccos combine their richness to give you a cigarette that is first in flavor and always easy on your throat. Your Lucky Strike. It's the tobacco that counts, and there are no finer tobaccos than those used in Lucky.
This is the 11th most popular song of this week. Let's swing it. Our Lucky Strike star, Johnny Hauser, will bring you the word.
All you got to do is sing it. Anything can happen. It started in Harlem and then in a flash. It traveled from Harlem. All captives got to take up the cue when they swing. Calling out a number. Swing it. Lure and the rumber. It traveled from London. It traveled from France. That hot and smoky, okie dokie dance. It's travel from London. It's travel from France. That hot and smoky. Okie dokie. Dance till you see our song. Then come back and swing it some more.
It was in a little gypsy tea room, number 4 in national favor, and the hit of this week in Denver, Chicago, and Portland, Oregon. 5 in the favor of the nation this week, The Lady in Red, a hit parade highlight with Kay Thompson and the Rhythm King.
Nothing more than a cowboy, oh my. You never suffer to be a dangerous guy. He's you there for me, the right guy. Oh, the lady in red, the fellas are crazy for the lady in red. Is she a daddy, oh, buddy, what a personality. Oh, the lady in red, fellas place for the lady in red. She's a wee bit shorty, shorty, what a personality. And that is why we know that she's a lady in red. There's hesitation when the time's in bed. Dancing and dining, with originality. Very proper, nothing more than a power at all. You never stop her, to be a dangerous gal. You should ever meet the right guy. Oh, the lady in red, the fellas are crazy for the lady in red. Is she a daddy, oh, buddy, what a personality. Hey, have you ever met a girl in the road of the town? I was about without a question. You better write her number down. She's a lady in red.
WEIF, New York. Strike Hit Parade, the 15 most popular songs of this week, brought to you for your pleasure by the manufacturers of Lucky Strike cigarettes. Lucky's Big 15 are the folk songs of today. They're the tunes you hear strangers humming on the street. They're the tunes you choose to dance to hear over the air, to bring home in the form of sheet music and phonograph records. They're the musical expression of America, because America has picked them herself. Tonight, however, the opinion of the nation is not settled unanimously on one outstanding melody as the hit of this week. Instead, two numbers are tied for first place in popularity. Charles Carlyle will bring you the words of In the Middle of a Kiss, and later in this musical group, Kay Thompson will sing your other favorite, Chasing Shadows.
Remember how surprised we were to find we really meant it. In the
love and we lost it again. Oh, we didn't comprehend that our dream of love would end just the way it began, in the middle of our
Ten years ago this week, the country was thoroughly agreed upon one song as the national favorite. It was Tea for Two, hit of the musical comedy No No Nanette.
And here's the song that was being hummed and whistled 1 year ago today. All I do is dream of you.
All I do is dream of you with all I do. With the dawn, I still go on and dream of you. You're every thought and everything, every song I ever sing. Summer, winter, autumn, and spring. Were there more than 24 hours a day? Could we spend sleeping and dreaming away? When skies are gray, skies are blue, morning, noon, and night are blue. All I do the whole day through is dream of you.
After that little musical excursion into the past, here we are with the other song that you liked best this week, Chasing Shadows, sharing the honors as #1 melody throughout the United States.
I have a pack of Lucky here on the raft. There you are.
Oh, there's nothing I like better after a good swim. You got a light for me, Jimmy?
I sure have.
Thanks.
You know, when I was down in Richmond last month, I found out why Lucky's are always so fresh, even in this hot weather.
And why is that?
Lucky's, young lady, are the only cigarettes made in factories that are air-conditioned for heat and moisture.
Air conditioning? Well, what does that do?
What does it do? Why, it keeps those Lucky's fresh for us. Just think, Peg, every Lucky is made and packed in air that's purer than the air you breathe. That's why Lucky's don't dry out.
Well, I'm glad they protect that Lucky flavor. It's worth protecting.
And air conditioning is only one of the many extras that make your Lucky Strike the mildest, best-tasting cigarette. That friendly, fragrant flavor comes from choice prime center leaves only, the cream of every crop. Remember, it's the tobacco that counts, and there are no finer tobaccos than those used in Lucky. Light a Lucky. You'll be amazed how smooth and gentle it is to your throat.
This is the sixth song in national favor this week, East of the Sun. Song on the list of this week's hits is the bright melody Living in a Great Big Way from the motion picture Hooray for Love. Lenny Hayton presents a new arrangement featuring the Lucky Strike stars Kay Thompson, Go-Go DeLeese, and Johnny Hauser. We're turning the musical pages of a make-believe radio magazine. Page 1, the headline reads, Miss Go-Go DeLeese declares everything is about as it should be. Listen, she'll read the article for you.
I thought you for me a stormy condition, but I refuse to be due. Now I'm relying on my intuition. Here's my happy point of view. Got a book and a parrot. Got a nice radio. Got a home where I stay, living in a quiet little way. Got a big ball of yarn. Got the needles to knit with. Got some old friends to sit with, living in a quiet little way. I don't care much for parties, hate to answer the phone. Guess I'm kind of old-fashioned, but I get a kick out of being alone. Got a big grand piano, and I'm learning to play. I, for one, think it's fun, living in a quiet little way.
Now, that was Go-Go's story.
And I'll stick to it.
Page 2, Johnny Hauser writes a few words about farm life in New Jersey.
Got a car full of chickens, got a barn full of hay. On my little old farm, I'm living in a great big way. Got a dog and a kitty, got a plow and a dray. Got tomatoes and potatoes, and I'm living in a great big way. I grow beautiful onions, the kind that give you a shot. And if you like corn pudding, just drop in about 6 o'clock. Got a pantry full of turkeys, yum, yum. Got some cider in a barrel, I'm trying to say is I'm living in a great big way.
I guess we all agree with you, Johnny. And here we are at page 3, and look what we find. An interview with a famous baby movie star.
Got a big full of pennies. Got a doll for every day. Though I'm just a little girl, I'm living in a great big way. Got a Mickey Mouse wristwatch. Got a lot of time to play. But believe it or not, I'm living in a great big way. I've got a picture of Josie. That's the thing that I like the best. He's a great big pirate with feathers. A present from my sister and me with that a western and a pony. Boy, gonna hit the lucky day. Got a good Jackie Cooper. I'm living in a great big
Page 4, Kay Thompson, the girl with rhythm to burn, writes her own story and illustrates it with her own original brand of vocalizing.
Got a snap in the fingers, yes, there's got a rhythm in the song world. Fast started to start, living in a great big way. Down on the Pawnee River, that's where rhythm was born. Yes, ma'am, that's where rhythm was born. Oh, got a lot of nothing, nothing but song. But I'll travel along, singing my song, living in a great big way. Like the stars in the ocean, like the land on the shore, like this lady of music, and I'll never ask for anything more. Snap fingers, yes. Got a rhythm in the song. Oh, just doing okay, living in a great big way. Enormous, colossal, gigantic, enormous. Living in a great
Lucky's musical spotlight points the finger of light across the Atlantic Ocean to bring you musical news of the week from London, England. In the nightclubs of Mayfair and at Swank County house parties, a romantic melody bearing the title Call Me Sweetheart is the hit of this week. Our Lucky Strike tenor soloist Charles Carlyle will bring you the words of this English favorite.
Whenever you sit next to a Lucky Strike smoker, you begin to wish for a Lucky yourself. You like the pleasant, fragrant tobacco aroma that's wafted your way. You like the fresh, clean look about his Lucky. It's round and firm and fully packed with never a loose end. This much you can tell by watching him smoke. But the mildness and the matchless flavor of a Lucky are things you can't learn until you try a Lucky yourself. And when you do, you'll get a thrill from the delicious, mellow flavor of your Lucky and its smoothness to your throat. Remember, it's the tobacco that counts. And there are no finer tobaccos than those used in Lucky.
You're All I Need from the motion picture Escapade is 12th in our countrywide list of hits. But in Hollywood, where the picture was made, You're All I Need is the most popular song of this week. Lenny Hayton conducts from his piano. Aristocrats of popular song take their places in Lucky's Musical Hall of Fame. These are the melodies which you like so much that you've held them in the hit parade for several weeks. First, I'll Never Say Never Again Again, 7th ranking song nationally. However, in Wabash, Indiana, where the city's centennial celebration is in full swing, this tune is among the top 3 in popularity. Kay Thompson sings the lyrics.
I'll never say never again, 'cause here I am in love again. Head on knees in love again. I'll never say never kiss you again, 'cause look at me kissing you again. That's the thing I said I'd never do. I went away and said goodbye. I was hasty, missed you so I thought I'd die. It's all over now, so I'm having a sigh. Never say never again, 'cause here I am in love again. Head over heels in love again with the same sweet tune.
Thrills, ninth in favor across the country, and the hit of this week in Pittsburgh and Daytona Beach. Let's listen again now to one of the two songs which are pleasing all of you all over America the most this week. Lucky's own soloist, Lenny Hayton, and the Lucky Strike Orchestra. Join us here next Saturday for the 15 most popular songs of next week, presented for your pleasure by the manufacturers of Lucky Strike cigarettes. Remember, please, that Lucky's are milder, Lucky's taste better, because they're made of fragrant, expensive center leaves only. It's the tobacco that counts, and there are no finer tobaccos than those used in Lucky. Good night, and thank you. Your announcer, Frank Singheiser. This is the National Broadcasting Company.